Hey guys, this is Tyler Davis, back with another edition of Physically Fit. Physical fitness is definitely something that has been really important to me in my life, especially over the last 12 or more years. I did get rid of over 100 pounds. I always joke, say I didn't lose it because I ain't trying to find it. So I got rid of it, got sober. There have been some things that I've had to do and implement that have been really important. So with physical fitness, one of the first things that we think about, and one of the things that is important, is working out. I mean, obviously, working out has been a crucial part of my recovery and is to this day. Every day starts with a workout. But there have been many folks that I've talked to over the years, folks that I started with way back when, that have either fallen off or maybe they kind of lost that spark for working out and for recovery and whatever that is for each person individually, because recovery is a unique process. It's different for everybody. Working out has definitely been a part, obviously, for weight loss, really important for me for channeling that energy. It's kind of a therapy, and it is for a lot of other folks too. But what I want to talk about today is working in as much as you work out. So again, obviously working out is something that we hear about a lot, especially when it comes to physical fitness. You know, with this being something that I like to talk about, different aspects of that. Well, a huge aspect of that is working in as much as working out. Now, what do I mean by that? Again, everybody's individual recovery process and fitness journey, health journey, life is all unique. But there are some universal truths. There are some things that are super helpful, just like working out and being active and things like that for the physical body. One of the biggest things for working in, first of all, is pausing. Ask yourself the question of what really is important to me. What is it that I'm really passionate about? What are my core values? What do I even want? And part of that will be figuring out what you want, will be asking yourself what you don't want. So what maybe in your life currently is not serving you? What is maybe something that, I don't want to say is a roadblock or a negative, but what could possibly be removed that would help you have more bandwidth, more silence, more peace of mind, peace on the inside? And now that comes into the next thing I want to talk about, which is actually giving yourself space to be silent. Silence is one of those things, especially in today's world where we're constantly bombarded with things, whether it's social media, radio, advertisements, other people, work, family. There's so much. When was the last time that you worked in by just being in silence? Just taking a minute to pause, to take a deep breath. Meditation is something that is truly impactful in my life and lots of folks. And part of that is focusing on your breath and just being still. It's so hard to do. That's why meditation is called a practice. But as far as working in, it's super, super important. And it's something that you really got to practice, just like anything else. Just like working out, working in is equally amount of practice. Another thing that has been crucial in my recovery and allowing me to still be here over 12 years later, where some folks have maybe fallen off or what have you, and that's personal development. So books, audio books, constantly feeding my mind, because what I want you to think about when we're talking about working in is our spirit, our soul, our mind is equivalent to the operating system on a computer. Obviously, when a lot of us started using computers, we were on, let's just say Windows 7. Well, now we're on Windows 10 or whatever the most recent OS update is. Well, why is that? Why is that? The computer requires an update to work in so that it can recalibrate, update, grow, become stronger, become smarter, become more optimized to run programs more efficiently. So why is it that old apps won't necessarily work as well on your iPhone, for example, when you update the OS or update the operating system, is because it was designed to operate on old OS or old thinking. So if we never work in and we never upgrade our internal operating system, we're always going to be just running on old programs. We're never able to evolve. We're never able to move forward because we're still running old apps on old programming. We have to take that time to just sit back, pause, know what it is we truly want, because if we don't know what we don't want and what we do want, there comes the bigger question, which I think a lot of us are always seeking to know the answer, and that is, who am I really? Who am I? Without taking time to work in, you're never going to know the answer to that. And I can tell you from personal experience, you may never fully realize that. And that's part of the last part, which I want to talk about as far as working in, and that is to just be. Like, we talk about being in the moment and just being, but what does that mean? That's all the things that we're talking about now, which is to pause and be silent and know what you really want and know who you really are. But you can't do any of that if you can't be present in the moment and just be okay with being. Just be right here, right now. Like, in this moment, if you're watching this video, which I appreciate, just take a minute after you hit stop and just shut off all the noise and just be with yourself for a minute. Work in. Hopefully you're working out too, but focus on work in. Detach from the outcomes. Eliminate the stress. Just be. Just be you. Just be you as your God created you to be. Just be okay being you. So recap. Work in as much as you work out. Physical fitness, mental health, overall health requires inward work as much as the outward and external work. Just be in the moment. Pause. Meditate. Figure out what you want, what you don't want, and ask yourself the tough questions of what is really important to me. And then, most of all, focus on detaching from the outcomes, fall in love with the process, and just be. I'm going to leave you on that. This is Tyler Davis with another episode of Physically Fit. Why we want to work in as much as we work out. Peace. As much as I make my physical fitness a daily priority, I prioritize the health and wellness of my clients and agent partners' mortgage lending experience. I'm always prepared for my next opportunity to help. If you ever want to learn more, I'm here as a resource. You can call, text, or email. And when you're ready to get started, I can be found at loanswithtyler.com.